These guys really have a Star Wars achievement called the Round.
Oh yeah, the Lumerian Star.
Jesus Christ.
What's going on, RedTube? We're back.
Oh.
Fucking had a pretty Duke sauce day at work. Uh, Apparently, what my predictions or what I wanted to happen is starting to happen now. And all of the companies that have been, hiring illegals instead of giving the jobs to American citizens are now starting to get fined, which is something that should have about time, should have happened. Because I'm sick of hearing all these fucking arguments for having, illegal immigrants come over here, gang members come over here saying, "Oh yeah, they're doing the jobs that you lazy Americans don't want to do." What lazy American, bro? You know how long it took me to find just any fucking tiddling job, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? You know how many Americans just need any job?
About this, Nicole.
Yeah, I said that it has 3 businesses that it's
Like the
notified.
only thing that having illegal immigrants benefits is the business owners. Doesn't benefit anybody else.
Charge millions of dollars in fines. These are local businesses, and this happened after a workplace audit.
Ooh.
A new social media post from ICE identifies 3 companies.
This is why motherfuckers don't like Doge and Elon Musk, because they know that as soon as that audit goes through, all that free money that turned AOC from a fucking bartender to like a millionaire over like a year, that's just gonna come to light. And it's gonna show them swindling money.
Immigrations and Custom Enforcement notified
CCS Dender, after a 100% substantive violation rate and evidence of knowingly hiring and employing at least 87 unauthorized
87 unauthorized workers, dude. You know how many? Oh man, dude. You know how many fucking jobs I could have provided to actual American citizens, dude? I'll tell you how many. 87.
workers. Is there any reason not to charge these people with somehow human trafficking? Like, I feel like you have to, or do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to put them, like, basically, I want to charge them with whatever you can to get them in jail. Because I think the way that you really stop this is the moment
holding
that you
people
crucify
accountable.
just a couple of people. Everybody else will stop doing it instantly.
Yar.
Because an $8 million fine is an accounting problem. It's a calculus problem.
It's an accounting problem.
How much value are we going to get out of employing these illegal alien workers? Multiply that value by 87. Compare that value to the $6 million fine, and the larger number is what we're going to do. Well, I don't think that's a very good way to make decisions. I don't like that at all.
Huh.
Sounds about right. Yeah, of course, because that's what I would do. A fine
but
is
it
a cost
intends
of
to
doing
issue
business.
millions
Yes.
of dollars of fines due to illegal alien employment violations. We tried going to these businesses to learn their side, starting with CCS Facility
Let me
Services,
guess. No comment.
which provides
They never have a
janitorial
comment.
and facility maintenance
They almost never have a comment unless it's condoning and basically supporting terrorists.
and services to Denver and surrounding areas, where we were told a board meeting was going on and someone would have to get back to us.
I'm sure they will.
Oh,
Surely
yeah.
they will.
ICE said it's levying more
Oh, my
than
game
$6
crashed,
million
damn.
in fines against CCS
Oh,
after
yeah.
finding 100% substantive violation rate and
How strange. How convenient.
evidence of knowingly hiring and employing at least 87 unauthorized workers.
Ooh,
The next
that's a
2 are
lot.
listed under different company names, PBC and Green Management Denver. When we went to addresses listed on the Secretary of State's website for the companies, both have signs for CCS listed.
Investigating businesses that
Ah.
employ.
Wait, so it's all just the same company using shell companies in order to displace accountability?
Basically. It's just like this one company that's basically responsible for all this bullshit, and then they're just basically having all these like mini shadow companies to take the fall for them. Basically like what the producer for Tokyo Revengers did in Japan, like at the time, because it wasn't like, it's like not legal to fucking street race and drift in like they basically didn't have a permit to fucking do what they were trying to do and film the movie. So they fucking had to film all those shots illegally. That's why it felt kind of so real. And when the cops showed up like one time, they fucking basically hired a fall guy to like pretend like he was a director and take the fall for everything. And they literally essentially paid this guy just to go to fucking jail for one night so they can continue fucking filming. It was actually kind of one of the funniest things ever.
What are we doing here? These people need to hire. They need to take Sam Bankman-Fried and let him go. And say, listen, we need you. Can you get them? Because you know all the scams. You know all the like get him, Jordan Belfort.
Jordan
honestly,
Belfort
like,
is
Donald
actually
Trump.
crazy.
Donald Trump, oh, he put a tax on the Penguin Island. Yeah, because he knows the fucking loopholes. He already, bro. Yeah, get Bernie Madoff out here. Yeah, bring in the Suicide Squad of scammers and have them go after these guys. Really, I think that'd be a great idea. It'd be fucking funny. Honestly, it makes it. It does. It would be perfect.
Illegal immigration has been going on for decades.
And like every single person, every $1 million that they successfully return to the government through fines that are issued, maybe they get like a month off of their prison sentence. I think that'd be a really good system.
They're exchanging labor for a softer prison thing. That's actually hilarious. It's like fucking working your sentence away. What is this, fucking Star Wars, dude? With like the I was thinking, what the fuck? Oh, that's what it was. Fucking, it's like the Empire making all the slaves work off their fucking time. That's fucked up, yo. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking wait for this shit to be done loading so it doesn't fucking crash again. Oh, wow. So it's a crashed Falcon this time. That's actually hard. From Halo. Get the fuck out of my face, Eustace.
Has happened through every presidential administration.
John Fabricatori, former field office
John
director for ICE,
Cena!
the process for us.
They performed an I-9 audit in which they found, multiple Social Security number probably mismatches
Yeah,
and
what a
no
surprise.
matches.
He says
What a
ICE Homeland
surprise.
Security Investigations announces there is
What a
going
surprise,
to be an
sir.
I-9 audit, giving companies notice.
Also, they can use E-Verify, and work directly
Of course,
with
yeah, they can directly verify that with the government system. Of course, I mean, all this is online.
to ensure
There's
that
no
those
reason not to do that.
that they're employing are authorized.
How do they find which businesses to audit?
Some of these businesses
mean,
have
the-
been audited in the past and had employed
Yeah.
people that were unauthorized to work. So that is something that
Yeah,
they
like
could
if
be
you're
looking
more,
at.
if you've done it in the past,
Yeah,
you're
so
more
it's some
likely to
big
do it
building
again.
with a bunch of like random messages, and it's got a bunch of people there, and like there's like fucking 100 people that are working there, and like nobody's people trying to like run away and like not get
Yeah.
noticed. Yeah, it's simple. Okay,
Like I used to date this girl, and fucking she worked at this hair salon, and she wasn't undocumented, but she did not, like, she wasn't authorized to work at that location. Like, she didn't have a permit. Like, it was like with hair, like you have to have a license to work with hair, with shit or whatever, because you deal with chemicals, and like sometimes you can even fuck their hair. You can fuck them up. You can fuck their hair, make them go bald or damage them. You can get hurt. Oh yeah, and shit like that. So that you low-key need like a license to fucking fuck with people's hair. And this bitch would like, work on people's hairs and stuff, but she didn't have a license. So whenever like a health inspector or anybody like that would show up, she would have to hide. So for that very reason, they would always keep the front door locked. So if you wanted to go get your hair done at that place, you would have to like call in and make an appointment and like text them when you're outside so they can buzz you in type shit. Like, but bro, why would you want to run a business like that? Like, why do you want to prevent people from entering your business? Like, if you need to prevent people from entering your business, because you're scared of repercussions for doing something illegal, you probably shouldn't be doing that thing, and you also probably shouldn't be running a fucking business. If you cannot afford to pay people a normal based salary, what the state or what the country or government says you should be fucking, paid, then you shouldn't run the fucking, you shouldn't have a, fuck you. You shouldn't have the company, not the company. You shouldn't run the business. If you can't afford to run the business legally by the legal standards of what it means to, run it legally, You know, pay everybody the normal rate wages, what it's supposed to, not fucking tips plus fucking commission, blah, blah. No, an actual salary so they can fucking live off of without having to hire undocumented workers and pay them like literally less and make them think that they're making a lot when they're actually fucking not, and they have to work 2 jobs now because of it. Like that's not you're not doing nothing. That's literally only helping the fucking restaurant owner. You're not helping the immigrants. They're actually just getting fucked over. And if you actually ask them, they'll literally tell you that they were better off in their country. And if they knew that it was going to be like this, they would have never come over here. Which, in its own itself, is bullshit to me, too. Because, dude, it's 2025. All these motherfuckers have goddamn phones. You can play Call of Duty and shit, PUBG. And you can't tell me different because I've literally been to Honduras and shit. And I've seen how my cousins be doing it and shit. Like, everybody over there has access to play video games mobily and fucking... Like, dude, if you have the ability to just whip out a piece of technology and just start playing video games and shit, and, you know, start fucking going on Facebook and Instagram and posting all this TikTok, you know, playing PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, but then you have the power and the luxury to also look up and make sure that it's even worth it to come over here. You could have searched, you know, what's the economic state? Is it worth it? Are they accepting immigrants? Like, what's going on over there? You know, is it even worth my time? Are they actually helping them? No, you just came over here just on a whim because they told you. Just because you heard some shit. What the fuck kind of retard shit is that? Like, I'm sorry, but that's actually stupid. The dumbest fucking reasoning I've ever heard.
Let's look at that one.
Business is
Repeat
subject to
offenders,
having
yeah.
their I-9s audited.
That was
Amazon?
Amazon?
Yes.
Reporting. ICE also tells us Homeland Security investigations use a 3-prong approach to worksite
Yeah, yeah.
enforcement. These inspections and civil fines are step 1. Step
So
2.
maybe what they would have to do. God.
Oh,
I wonder if they could
chicken
charge them as, like,
cocky.
an accessory to identity theft. Because you have to you have to do something that's more than a fine.
Yeah.
And I hope
Because
that
a
they
fine isn't
understand
really
that.
like anything.
Because once you really put people in jail,
It's just
and
like,
you
oh, hey,
really
we
fuck
know that you're
people
doing
over
this,
for
but we're not going to do anything
will
about it
stop.
type of thing.
Super jail? Fines aren't enough?
It's a
Yes,
super
fines
jail.
are so boring. I don't care about fines. They're cringe. I want to
They're
see like, a
cringe,
fine
eh?
is good. Like it's not like I don't care about. Like a fine is good, but that's like the icing on the top of a cake. I want the cake to be good too, and that's it.
That's
Seek
fair
out
enough.
round, yeah. And
the cake to
send
be
them to
good too, you know?
Vitality. Yeah, accessory to identity theft, harboring a fugitive, human trafficking, tax fraud. Yeah, like I'm very much a big fan of personal, direct, brutal accountability. And if they did that, this stuff would go away overnight. I guarantee you these companies would be instantly auditing themselves. All of the people that are hiring managers would be sweating their fucking ass off.
Haha, shit. I
They'd be
think I fucked
terrified. They'd
myself
be
up.
running people through social security checks 3 times. This would never be happening. And this is the reason why. It's because this continues nationwide. 100% violation. This means that all their employees are illegal. Wait. 100%. Wait.
Oh, what the?
100% violation?
100% violation. Like this is exactly what I mean, dude. Like all those, like that entire business is not contributing to society in my eyes. Like you're not paying the taxes that you're supposed to. You're not, paying people the actual wages that they're supposed to be, which in this term means that they're not really contributing to society because they can barely meet ends to ends meet. So it means that they're not buying things, contributing to the economy. They could only buy the necessary things, which doesn't really. If you actually look at it, buying the bare necessities does not really contribute to the economy. What contributes to the economy is like commerce and trade. Like actually like fucking. Whether people like to admit it or not, buying bullshit and stuff, like video games and Legos, shit that people don't really need. That's like a sign, an indication of a good economy. That means that people have money to spend, that extra money, like they can make ends meet, and on top of that, have a little extra to spend on themselves, on things, that they want. So, and you fucking not paying them what you should be paying them, they can't do that now. So they can't contribute to the economy. So it's like we just have fucking people here just basically existing. While the owner gets low-key rich. Like, what the fuck? Dude, if you cannot afford to pay these people, if you cannot afford to pay people to do the job that you want them to do and pay them an actual, like, salary or a wage, then either do this shit yourself or just don't run the business. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Because, like, if you take $6 million, right? And so let's go ahead and do a calculation, right?
A
And so
calculazione.
$6 million and divide that by 87. The
Fuck
cost
off.
of each employee is $68,000. So if
Oh,
you're
wait,
foregoing
whoa,
health
is that
insurance,
RPG?
FICA, Social Security, any sort of workplace insurance, lower wages for each person, are you making the difference of $68,000 per employee for a janitorial job? Probably, honestly, probably not. Like, that's a huge amount of money. Way more. You guys really think so? Like,
I'm not hiring for that one then.
you guys think so? Because, like, how many of you guys do hiring or anything like that? Because I really don't know. I work for the largest payroll tax company in the world. Yes, I've seen companies that have all their employees that have applied for SSNs for years. Yeah. It's Denver, higher cost of living. Oh.
Oh my god, don't
Okay,
even get me
you know
started
what?
on that.
That's a good point. So
Oh,
if it's
yeah,
a
New
higher
York,
cost of
dude.
living, that's even less. Janitors don't make more than 30K. No, they don't. But like what I'm saying is that the cost of employing someone is not simply
That
their
chicken
payroll.
cock almost killed me.
It's their payroll. It's their taxes. It's their insurance.
It's everything,
it's
bro.
Other forms
Literally
of,
everything.
like management and accountability that they have. There are tons of other things. It's a 1.4x.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that. 401k? Yeah, it could potentially be a 401k. It could be plenty of other things too. Yeah. And
Your
so you get
retirement
paid
funds,
overtime,
everything,
et cetera,
yeah.
employer benefits, yeah.
Vacation,
There's a
benefits,
lot of
you
ways
name
that
it.
You can a lot of things that you forego by hiring illegals.
Yep. Like all that shit that he just mentioned, they don't have to pay that out. So it's like, what the fuck? Why do you look at it this way? Why do you get to cheat while everybody else has to, you know, pay people normally? Like, what the fuck? But anyways, that's it for this video. If I made this one long enough, let me know how you feel about the situation down below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace, losers.